Mannequin. Barbara Campbell loved to shop. She spent most of her free time at the mall, visiting the boutiques, department stores, clothing stores, and of course, the shoe store. She had an incredibly large collection of purses, earrings, bracelets, dresses, shoes, and hats. She filled her apartment with so much stuff that it might as well have all been junk. Most of it still had tags attached. Barbara, or Babs, as she was known to her co-workers, not so much to friends, as she had none, was the most self-centered and vain person for 100 miles. All she cared about was shopping, and she was rude to everyone she came across. The people who worked at the stores couldn't stand her. Whenever they saw the woman with her giant gaudy hair and ridiculous hat, they would run away and hide in the back storerooms. Barbara's favorite store was a boutique on the second floor of the mall. She would ride the escalator up after stopping by the food court for a diet soda and head in a straight line to the entrance. The boutique had a modern window display featuring mannequins wearing all the latest fashion trends. Babs loved the mall, but she hated all the shoppers and employees. She hated the noisy kids and the people at the movie theater, and she especially hated the worthless bums begging for money and food in the parking lot. The woman had a reputation for shoving and spitting. She would verbally and even physically attack people who displeased her, and it seemed wherever she went, the people displeased her. "Oh, what do you mean you don't have it in blue?" Barbara was furious with the teenage girl who was helping her at the boutique, and as usual, demanded to speak to Cliff, the store manager. But when the man explained that the dress did not come in blue, the woman became irate. Ranting and raving, she walked up and down the aisle, cursing and spitting. This had happened many times before. Cliff wanted nothing more than to call security and have her ejected from the mall. Unfortunately, he had been told by the owner of the store to do everything possible to make the woman happy, as she would regularly spend hundreds or even thousands of dollars per month there. When Cliff offered to give her a discount on a similar dress that came in blue, Babs began grabbing items from the shelves and racks and throwing them onto the floor in a temper tantrum. But even after such behavior, no one called security or stood up to her in any way. She finally left with armfuls of merchandise she had eventually purchased on her credit card. On her way out of the building, as she crossed the street and into the parking lot, Babs stepped directly in front of a speeding car full of high school students. Arms filled with bags of shoes and clothing, she didn't look where she was going, and neither did the driver. The car went right over the woman, and she was killed instantly. A year passed, and there was very little drama at the mall, with the woman no longer there to cause it. No one missed Barbara Campbell at all. One Sunday morning, Cliff received a delivery. It was a large wooden box containing the new store mannequins. He spent the next hour putting the new models together and dressing the window. Now there were 3 new mannequins, all wearing the latest fashions. But it wasn't until the man walked outside the store to examine the full display that he noticed something strange. The first 2 mannequins looked normal. They were lifeless, inanimate objects. But the last mannequin was different. It looked more alive. It looked like her. Exactly like her. Exactly like Barbara Campbell.